In today's video, I want to walk you through the perfect customer acquisition system for contractors. But before we actually get into that, I want to highlight these two that we have here on the screen. So one being referrals and two being lead vendor platforms. So with referrals, obviously we know that referrals are great. It shows that you're doing the good work. When people speak good things about you, it's always great to hear. However, it's just very unpredictable. And you've noticed where you have busy months and you have slow months off referrals. And if that's all you solely rely on, you know that there's no way you can control the volume. So you have to wait for someone to speak good things about you in order to get that job. However, like to mention a positive with referrals, when they come in, they tend to be a lot hotter than, any other source of getting leads in. So that's one thing to note. And then moving on to lead vendors. So lead vendor platforms like Angelus, Home Advisor, whatever you may use in your service area. What we tend to notice is that a lot of these guys are competing with leads, a lot of contractors. They tend to go into a price war because remember what happens with these platforms is that, say, a homeowner submits an inquiry, say, for example, if you're a roofer and you need to get your leaking roof fixed. Once that inquiry goes in, it gets sent out to 5 to 10 other, let's say, contractors, your competitors, all within the same service area. So you guys are literally just literally fighting for that job. And on top of that, you pay for these leads, and the lead quality is very inconsistent. And even the worst part about this as well is that you don't own the relationship. So even if the platform changes its price, you're gonna have to pay. The leads are limited, and then there's a lot of competition, and there's no way for you to differentiate yourself from Joe down the road. So you might get work from these, but you'll never get predictable growth from it. And that's why contractors who scale don't rely on luck or platforms. They build a system that creates demand consistently, and that's where ads come in. But here's the truth: ads don't work because of the ad, ads work because of the systems behind the ad. So just to highlight, most contractors don't fail with ads because ads don't work. They fail because they run ads without the system that turns clicks into book jobs. So if this is you and you're tired of feast or famine seasons, you want more control over your pipeline, you've tried ads before and got time wasters, and you just want a consistent flow of high quality jobs without chasing people, the next step will literally show you that black and white. All right. So let's actually look at this proven 4-step system. So going over the quick overview is one, we're going to look at how to target the right homeowners. Two, use an offer that filters out price shoppers. Three, speed to lead and follow-up automations that you can implement. And four, track everything in a simple pipeline so you can see nothing leaking. So part one, targeting the right homeowners. So most contractors target homeowners and that's it. But the problem is you get everyone, such as renters, small budget shoppers, and people just looking. Instead, you want to target homeowners more ready to go ahead and you want your message to repel the wrong people. Because the goal isn't more leads, the goal is getting more qualified appointments. And just a quote that I have down here is that bad targeting makes ads expensive, but lazy messaging makes leads unqualified. Part two is the offer that filters. So a lot of people tend to get a free quote or call for pricing, and that only attracts price shoppers. But a good contractor offer does three things. One, it makes the first step feel safe and valuable. Two, positions you as premium so you're not compared on price. And the third one is it filters out the wrong type of projects you want to stay away from. So these are just simple examples that work. So one being a free design and feasible consultation. Two is renovation planning session. Three is a kitchen, bathroom cost and timeline breakdown. And the last one is layout plus budget clarity session. So you're not selling a remodel in this case in the ad. You're selling the next step that serious homeowners actually want, and that is clarity. Now let's move on to step three, which is the speed to lead plus follow. So a homeowner who inquires today is usually comparing you with 2 to 4 other companies. So if you respond in 2 days, you've already lost. And a good rule is, let's say, 5 minutes or 60 minutes realistically or less. So the system you can actually use that can get stuff out within 5 minutes is an instant text confirmation. If you get the time, give them a quick call. And if they don't answer, set up a follow up sequence that keeps them warm. Because most jobs aren't won by the best ad, they're won by the fastest and most consistent follow up. So if you're not fast, you're funding your competitor's calendar. And that's something to keep in mind. And the last step is pipeline visibility, number 4. So you need a simple pipeline so leads don't disappear. So a simple pipeline would look like this. You have a stage for leads, contacted, booked, showed, quote, won and lost. So in this case with remodelers, or you could say contractors, most contractors lose money because quotes don't get sent out or they're forgotten about. No one knows who needs a follow-up, and old leads never get reactivated. And this is a big one that we see when speaking to a lot of contractors. A pipeline makes revenue predictable because you can see what's coming, what is stuck, and what to fix. And that is where a lot of people miss out on scaling their business on those three. So let's actually emphasize on, why the system works. Now, it doesn't work because it relies on luck, referrals, or lead vendor platforms. Okay. It controls the whole journey. So from getting the customer's attention to building trust with them to getting the first appointment booked in with them, setting out the quote, and ultimately closing that deal. And ads only become profitable when you combine them with an offer that filters and follow-ups that convert. That's all you need in order to build a more predictable acquisition system and close more deals. So if you found this useful and valuable, feel free to drop this video a like. If there's any questions you may have, drop them down below and I'll get back to you on them. My name is Bernard. I'm the founder of Western Media, where we help service-based business owners acquire more customers consistently and predictably every single month. And if that's something you'd like us to do a deep dive in, I can give you a free grow call. Just click the link in the description below, and I look forward to speaking on you over there. Take care.